Hey everyone and welcome to Storytime. My name is Jake and today we are going to be looking at the subreddit r/idontworkherlady, where people tell us their craziest stories on when they got mistaken for being an employee at somewhere they didn't work. If you're new around here, please do hit subscribe down below so that you never miss out on another video. But for now, let's sit back, relax and enjoy some Reddit stories. Strap in boys and girls, this one's a doozy. We don't sell pizza because you have the wrong number. The end result of this story, which I will tell you up front, is that we lost the ability to order from several local Pizza Huts for life. We used to have a phone number that was similar to Pizza Hut. Their number was 555-455-5575, and ours was 555-455515. Now, these two numbers are commonly mixed up for obvious reasons. This was back before the days of cell phones and everyone having their own personal number, and we actually had to get a caller ID because of this. For years, we had this Pizza Hut's client base call our house, about 50-50 split, sober/drunk, and order pizzas. The thing is, people will not listen when you tell them, sorry, wrong number. We would have drunk people call back 4 to 5 times and then begin screaming into the phone, "I know this is a Pizza Hut, you douchebag," or "Give me the number or I'll kick your butt." This was pretty normal, and the Pizza Hut was even aware of this and profusely apologised when we would call them. Never giving us anything for free though, despite the massive inconvenience of the phone ringing off the hook. Well, Pizza Hut corporate then pays for an advertisement on paper, billboard and phone book. And guess what? They botched the number. They put our number on things for the phone number as one of the locations in our town for Pizza Hut pizza. Why? Because 1s and 7s are the same number apparently. The phone calls we get explodes. It goes from like 3 to 5 phone calls a day to like 100 to 200. Initially, we were directing people with a message that simply said, "This is not Pizza Hut, their number is blank." It didn't end. We would get calls with people screaming into the voice recording, "I want a pizza, this is BS, I'm going to hurt whoever doesn't answer this phone." Aren't boomers great? We got that all the time from older people. I cannot tell you how many times I've been told to KMS for trying to direct someone to the correct place, and for some reason, no one ever listens. Well, upon this happening, my dad calls into the Pizza Hut and says, "Look, all we want is to not have to change our number. If you guys will please change yours, or pay for ours to be changed," it was like a $10 convenience fee or something, "we will stop getting your damned phone calls." The manager cussed my dad, who had him on speakerphone, calling him a load of names and for getting him bad reviews, as well as losing customers to his branch, which is locally owned. What a joke. It's costing their business a solid 10 grand easy over a phone number. Why not just change it? I don't know. My dad looks at the phone, hangs up and says, "Okay douchebag, you wanna be like that about it?" My dad then instructs my 17-year-old self and my sister to take all calls from now on. If it rings up, take the order and say, "Okay, your pizza should be there in 1.5 hours. Then, when they call back, to tell them, "Sorry, the driver just left." And if they call back a third time, say, "Well, I can get you on the phone with my manager, but he's probably going to kick your butt if you keep complaining." And then switch the phone with someone else and have them say, "Listen here, woman, you aren't getting your pizza and we are keeping your money. Get over it." Or something along those lines anyway. 2 weeks pass and my dad tries to get said Pizza Hut to change our number for free, never pointing out that they had messed up their ad, as apparently they were completely oblivious to this fact. Again, the manager screams at my dad saying, "I don't have the money to change your order." We even tried calling other Pizza Huts to get the issue resolved, and their corporate with no real luck. Fair enough, it's game on time now. Why? For 2 reasons. Number 1, my dad got a phone with a transfer button, and number 2, because summer was rolling around and me and my sister loved messing with people over this. It was a really bad influence on us, to be honest. We fielded phone calls every day, all day long. We had friends come over and they loved partaking in the same thing. We had a general plan. Number 1, every other call would get a pizza delivery. Number 2, on the other calls, we would just get them really angry by talking crap to them and saying, "Okay, do you want to speak with my manager?" and just cold transfer them to the actual Pizza Hut. It took 6 more weeks of us doing this, and the Pizza Hut closed. A few weeks before they closed, we got a phone call from Pizza Hut corporate who more or less threatened us with a cease and desist. Sounded like they didn't really understand what was actually happening, as it accused us of stealing their phone calls. LMFAO. We called their corporate and explained what was going on, and even played our recordings of talking with them before about the issue and ignoring us. All they said is, "You had better stop, this is illegal," over and over. We didn't stop. They were aware of what was going on and didn't want to do anything about it because to fix their FUBAR. A few weeks after the owner lost his job, he called our house and was trying to argue with my dad about how bad of a person he was because I lost money and got my butt kicked several times. Apparently, we had angered a few people so bad they actually went in and attacked him and other staff. To this day, it cracks me up that a company can be so oblivious and is the single reason I don't believe we live in anything close to a meritocracy. Anyone in this position who has any merit would instantly change the number, but not in a corporation who has money to sue, and not a middle manager who has an ego problem. Imagine having to close down your entire store because you wouldn't pay $10 for a fee to change someone's number. How much of an ego problem must he have? Oh my god. Angry lady really wanted some candy apples. So, I went to Aldi today on my lunch break from work. I was shopping for ingredients to make a hard apple cider. I found the only apple juice Aldi sold without preservatives and loaded up my cart with a dozen half-gallon bottles and kept them in their cardboard boxes so they would be easier to transport. There were a few other items I needed to pick up, so I pushed my cart through the store, shopping for them. A woman noticed the boxes of apple juice in my cart and asked where I had found them. I had nothing better to do, so I walked her over to the apple juice display where she thanked me. Another woman immediately came up to me and asked, "You used to have these candy apples in the store, but I can't find them. Where are they?" I had no idea where they were, so I said, "I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't work here." Her eyes narrowed and she responded, "What do you mean you don't work here? I just saw you help that other person." Now, I am in a t-shirt and corduroy pants and don't look at all as if I would be working at this store. I could tell that this was not going to go well no matter what I said, but I attempted to be polite. "I'm sorry, ma'am." She asked me where I had found this apple juice, so I showed her. "I don't actually work here." "What do you mean you don't work here?" "I just don't work here, I'm a customer, like you." "Just tell me where the candy apples are." At this point, it was getting weird. I really don't know where the candy apples are. I don't work here. "You don't know where anything is in this store?" "I know where the apple juice is." "Where are the candy apples?" "Ma'am, I'm sorry, I can't help you. I really don't work here." "What is that supposed to mean?" "It means that I don't work at this store. I don't know where the candy apples are. I am a customer like you." "Then why are you stocking the shelves?" She indicated the boxes in my cart filled with the apple juice. "I am shopping. I am going to buy what is in my cart." "Nobody needs that much juice. You work here and you need to tell me where the candy apples are." At this point, everyone around us has stopped and were staring. An Aldi shelf stocker came over and said, "Ma'am, the candy apples were a seasonal item, and I'm afraid we are sold out." The woman glared at the Aldi employee and then me and said, indicating me, "Why didn't he tell me that?" He doesn't work here, ma'am." The woman then roared in exasperation, pushed her cart into an aisle display of canned food, knocking it over, and screamed, "What is wrong with you people? I am never coming back." She stormed out of the store, fuming. The employee gave me with a WTF look, which I returned. Then, I proceeded to check out. I loaded the juice into the trunk of my car and hopped in the driver's seat. I checked my mirrors before backing out and noticed that the candy apple lady was in the SUV to my left, sitting in her driver's seat, sobbing. I rolled down my window and waved to get her attention. She noticed me, waited about 15 seconds, then rolled down her window. "Are you okay, ma'am?" I asked. Through sobs and tears, she said, "I said I would bring candy apples to my grandson's party." I asked her when the party was to take place, and she told me, "Tonight." I told her that I had seen kits to make candy apples over at Safeway, and if she made them now, they should be ready by the time of the party. Her eyes lit up and she looked at me. "Thank you." "You're welcome." I went back to work. Yo, that was such a surprising ending. Like, most stories on this subreddit don't turn out like that. At first I was like, oh, the woman's just crazy like everyone else, but no, she's just probably having a really bad day, and the person that was helping probably made it way better. Hey everyone, I hope you all had a really good day and that you enjoyed that video. If you want to check out some other videos, then click on screen right now, or check out the playlist down below. If you enjoyed that video, then please do leave a like, and if you want to submit your own stories, then you can do so by joining the Discord in the top link in the description. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon.